WP learned about the new U.S. strategy regarding the conflict in Ukraine. WP, the United States will focus on defense and its strengthening in the new strategy for Ukraine. Due to the failure of the counteroffensive, Ukraine is better off focusing on defense this year, the U.S. believes. An agreement on security guarantees, which Washington may present in the spring, should help with this. Moscow condemns aid to Kyiv. The United States, due to the failure of the Ukrainian counteroffensive, decided to develop a new conflict strategy with an emphasis not on the return of Kyiv's territories, but on strengthening defense, strengthening military power and the economy, writes the Washington Post. WP, citing sources. It is quite obvious that it will be difficult for them Ukrainians RBC to try to make the same serious efforts on all fronts that they tried to implement last year, said one of the newspaper's interlocutors. Therefore, Washington intends to give Kyiv the opportunity to maintain its current positions, as well as direct it to a more sustainable path and make it stronger, another source said. Among the measures that will allow the United States to implement this plan is providing Ukraine with long-term security guarantees. Last summer, the G7 countries at the NATO summit pledged to conclude agreements on this with Kyiv, while only London has taken such a step. Washington may publish a similar document in the spring, but on the condition that Congress approves the allocation of funds to help Ukraine. Lawmakers have been unable to do so since last fall. Of the $61 billion that President Joe Biden has requested for Kyiv, half should go toward current combat costs and half toward future security, WP sources said. According to an unnamed European diplomat, U.S. leadership and participation are of paramount importance in supporting Kyiv. As sources told NBC News, according to National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan and U.S. Director of National Intelligence Avril Haines, without U.S. help, Russia could win in Ukraine within a few weeks. According to their assumptions, Kyiv will run out of ammunition for air defense and artillery in the coming weeks, and in general the situation in Ukraine will become more difficult over the coming year. Russia condemns Western aid to Ukraine. President Vladimir Putin noted that without the help of other countries, the Ukrainian defense system would last a week and pointed to the beginning shortage of ammunition in Western countries.